Alright my fellow agents, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as most of you know by now, today April 21st marks the start of the Cherry Blossom event. So for those of you out there who have been waiting for an event to begin where you can actually farm for the Lexington, the Turmoil, as well as some of those other must-have items in the game, this is one of those events, my friends, so please take advantage of it. Now as always, we're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out. If you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is how to earn keys in the event, and there are 3 ways you can pick them up. First of all, by taking out Kitsune squads. They are located all across the map. I'll talk about that in a second. Next, you have defeating the Ronin, and Ronin are going to spawn after you've taken out enough Kitsune squads. Finally, we have interacting with Cherry Blossom decorations. Those are located all across the map as well. And my goal is to put together a video showing you all of their locations once I've found them. Now, as I said a moment ago, these squads can spawn at any point while you're playing the game, so you need to make sure you keep your head on a swivel. But there also happen to be a few locations where they will spawn on a regular basis. A few of my favorite spots are by Jefferson Trade Center, DCD headquarters. You also have Lincoln Memorial. Another great spot is by the DZ South Main entrance. And as always, if you have any spots you want to recommend, please feel free to leave those in the comment section down below, as the main goal is to help out as many people as we can. Now, as far as getting these keys are concerned, you need to pay attention as you're taking out the squad members, because any of these squad members can drop a key at any time. You want to make sure if they do, you pick it up as quickly as possible. But to be very clear, these keys are not a guaranteed drop. It all boils down to luck. I've taken out squads where I've gotten 2 keys. Other times I'll take out 2-3 squads in a row. I don't get anything whatsoever. And obviously I do wish you nothing but the best of luck, my friends. But to be very clear, this is a bit of a grind, but in my opinion, getting certain weapons and items are definitely worth it. Now, another very important detail is that these squads are on a 10-minute timer. Now, typically in events past, you've been able to actually log out, log back in, change your instance, and be able to find a squad much faster. For me, I did not have any luck doing that. However, for those of you out there who have multiple characters, all of them are on separate timers, so you could actually stagger them, and you should be able to find these squads pretty damn quick. Now, as far as getting the keys are concerned, you need to physically pick them up, so please make sure you go through all of the loot that drops on the ground. You can see on screen there is that little indication that you did get a key from that enemy. But you got to pick it up, my friends. I cannot stress that enough. Unfortunately, I hear from a lot of players out there saying that they saw a key on the ground, but they accidentally logged out, they logged back in, or let's say the game actually crashes. You don't want that to happen to you, so please take that time, get that loot, and pick up those keys. Now, the last thing I want to mention really quick as we make our way to the event vendor is that once you've taken out enough of these squads, I'm talking like 5 or 6 of them, then you're going to have one of the Ronin spawn. Now, to be very clear, that can happen immediately while you're playing in the game. So in the gameplay footage you're looking at right now, you kind of hear that, sound of a rogue agent. And that, my friends, is the sound of the Ronin spawning. Now, you should get an indication on screen asking if you want to call for backup when that takes place, but in this case, that did not happen for me. And in full transparency, I got my ass handed to me pretty damn quick. And as you've heard me say multiple times in this video, my friends, please keep your head on a swivel. And as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. Last but not least today, my friends, let's make our way to the event vendor. Man, I love how the base of ops looks right now. All right, so 3 different caches you can choose from. You have an apparel cache, a gear cache, and a community cache. Now, for those of you out there who are trying to get certain exclusive items such as the Lexington, the Turmoil, or even this new assault rifle called First Bloom, the gear cache is the one you want to target. And to be very clear, you can only get keys for these caches for the gear ones by playing the game. You cannot buy them. Now, the reason I say that is because you do have an option of buying apparel keys if you want to, but to be very clear, every single piece of apparel in this event can also be purchased by the keys that you actually earn by playing the game. And once again, to be very clear, the apparel keys that you buy can only be used on apparel caches. You cannot use them on a gear cache, so don't waste your money if you're trying to do that. That is going to do it for this video, my friends. It's going to be a very busy week here at the channel. We have a lot of events going on in the game right now. There's an XP event. I'm going to be talking about how to level up your watch incredibly fast. We also have some buffed rates to prototype gear. I've been hearing from a lot of players out there saying apparently prototype gear is dropping like crazy. I'll be making a video on that as well. Oh, and actually, I didn't mention this previously, but in those gear caches that you can buy during this event, I'm sorry if my voice sounds all jacked up. I'm totally getting a cold out of nowhere. But anyway, in those gear caches that you can buy during this event, there's also a chance you can get prototype gear as well. All right, that's all I got for this video. I need to get back to work, my friends. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible continued support. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time. And as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.